boy Valentine. Like, I like the way moves. One of them songs ain't going nowhere. That's a Black Wedding song. Like, it was the original co-host.
They say like the best records were made back in the day because niggas was heartbroken and all that. And
the one that brings, you know, the action, you know.
the one and only.
One and only for sure.
How you didn't know that Casey and JoJo came from jokes?
Yeah. Don't fuck about no goddamn Casey.
Well, you should know that. You should.
I'll be gone for a minute, but no, I kind of feel like it's fucked up. Everybody cheap out, all fucked up.
Everybody loved him, bro. Now everybody like, what?
We got the infamous, you know, the one that's always here. Boy, Feuds said it. Me.
That shit has 27 tracks on that motherfucker. That's what is it, Marley? Two albums today. And a bonus song. And a bonus track. That nigga dropped 27 songs on an album. That's some Michael Jackson shit.
Boy, crack.
So, nigga, fuck your bitch, bro. I'm just saying.
It was a lot too, but the results was very pleasing. What's good? We back with Hip Hop Raised Me Podcast. Another week, another eventful week of hip hop. We got some current topics, you know, some hip hop based shit, some court shit, some.
We got a whole lot of shit that's been going on, and we finna talk about our opinion and our point of views to y'all today.
We got Crack back on here.
Collect!
Yes, sir.
Correct!
Man, first thing is.
Oh, hold on real quick. MOD, don't forget the motherfucking baby. Alright, let's get it.
Let's get into it. First we got up Vaughn versus Joey, man. Little jazz, more than jazz. They got full diss records back and forth.
Hey, and I did some research on it because you know word is Joey Badass had a TD East.
Yeah, I seen that.
Now, when I'm doing my research on this shit, Top Dog is also
he's on the LLC,
LLC too. So, do you think it's a truce between them niggas now, or do you think it was just some petty shit on Top Dog?
I think we all got played.
Yeah.
For them to break a TDEs, bro, because you got to think like.
So
for them, that doesn't happen.
So Joey Badass dropped that on TDEs.
No, TD East, Top Dog, and Joey Badass is owners of TD East.
Right before that came out,
right before them niggas was dissing each other, it was a whole beef with Kendrick and TDE. Then, no, not Kendrick and TDE, but Joey Badass, because he talking about.
I know he was shooting and shot. Yeah,
and then they just had a recent freestyle where Ab-Soul was featured on that motherfucker.
Yeah, it was Ab-Soul, Joey Badass, and
before Ab-Soul rapped, Ab-Soul was like, you put me in a bad predicament. He told Joey Badass, like, then you put me in a, you feel me, a bad position. Because, you know, Ab-Soul still fuck with Kendrick, and shout out to Ab-Soul for that. That was some real nigga shit. It was, nigga, pretty much Ab-Soul was like, nigga, I'm on this freestyle with you, like, then you put me in a bad position. You my nigga, but Kendrick is my nigga too. Like, you feel me? I'm still solid to the, you feel me? I'm still stuck on the ground. So, when you said it, I feel like niggas got played, I feel Joey Badass wasn't even beefing with them niggas in the first fucking place.
That's what I said.
It was just I feel like
what it was it just ain't no beef that's like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's just a, you know what I mean? It's a rap beef. You know what I'm saying? Niggas these niggas is really doing it for the sport. Like, you know what I mean? Niggas is taking it back to the wax. You feel me? Because I'm gonna keep it 100. That boy Vaughn, got on that ass. Boy,
I feel like it was planned. For instance, I'm not gonna say no names, and I'm not gonna, you feel me, put nobody out there. But somebody did hit the representatives of Hip Hop Raised Me podcast and tried to plan a fake beef. So, with niggas that's not even in the industry doing that, I know there's niggas in the industry doing that just to get their clout and get their shit up. So I feel like them niggas wasn't beef. That Kendrick didn't say shit
He didn't respond at all. He didn't mention.
Ray Vaughn is the one that's responding to everything.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm saying, first of all, it's like, nigga, big homie, little homie, my nigga, you, hey, you's a little nigga, bro. Dot ain't finna, my nigga, he ain't finna, you know what I mean?
I just took down Drake, what was like going backwards, battling you. That's like you beat the heavyweight champ, now I'm about to go beat somebody that got a fucked up record.
Hey, back in the day, like, yeah, I'm talking about the big homie. Hey, handle my lightweight, you feel me? That's a handle my lightweight moment for Dot, you feel me? Ray Vaughn got on it.
With the actual beef, do y'all think it was rap beef? Or do y'all think it was some industry plant shit to actually get everybody on?
I mean, of course, it's a, you know what I'm saying, it's always
Industry plant shit.
A marketing motive behind it, you know what I'm saying? That's you know what I'm saying? That's rule number one, nigga, get the money, you know what I'm saying? So, of course, it's always a marketing ploy. But, you know what I'm saying, of course, it was, you know what I'm saying, constructed as a, you know what I'm saying, okay, yeah, nigga, we gonna beef.
Right.
It's fodder, you know what I'm saying? Let's get motherfuckers talking.
Like, TD East throws
TD
it all off.
East, that shit, nigga, that shit crazy.
Man, that nigga Top, bro.
Well, fuck that, nigga. Bad Boy West.
Top, I'm telling you, this nigga Top, bro, is the motherfucker. Them niggas is marketing geniuses over there at TD. You know what I'm saying? Nigga,
and if Top is actually, nigga, a part of that shit, nigga, Top has something to do with this shit. I think this shit was all, nigga, this shit was all,
It's a rollout.
It's a rollout for Joey and Ray Vaughn, nigga, I feel.
Yeah. And
They probably got a whole EP together or something.
Nigga, they finna have a Peace Treaty EP. East and West Connect.
They might not even have to have a peace treaty. Nigga. Let's keep this shit going, nigga. This shit can spark another battle. You know what I'm saying?
Now I feel this shit don't feel real. Because now you got Top actually backing up.
It's not that it's not real. It's just it's not real street beef. Niggas ain't finna see niggas at the bodega somewhere, or niggas ain't finna be out here and it go up. You feel me? It's just
what is I forgot who it was. When Chris Brown and Soulja Boy was beefing, it was like, man, somebody got to die. I ain't gonna believe it till somebody
come
die.
on, nigga, Soulja Boy ain't finna bust a grape in a fruit fight.
Yeah, we know that.
Come on, my nigga.
We know that.
He'll cause you to crash
You
it.
a leprechaun looking ass
We
nigga
know
be
that.
talking.
But I was just using that as an
Look
example.
at him at DDG right now.
Man, come on,
Yeah,
my
we
nigga.
got that later. You know, we got that a little bit later. We gonna speak about that later. But right.
Since we in the beef topic, B.Dot on Unlisted dropped the top 10 rap feuds. So I'm gonna go over it. B.Dot from Unlisted, it's a hip hop blog.
Okay.
So yeah, number 1 he got Tupac versus Biggie. 2 Kendrick versus Drake. 3 Nas versus Jay-Z. 4 Jadakiss versus Beanie Siegel. 5 50 Cent versus Ja Rule. 6 Ice Cube versus NWA. 7 Dr. Dre versus Eazy-E. 8 Jeezy versus Gucci. 9 Pusha T versus Drake. 10 KRS-One versus the Juice Crew. How y'all feel about the top 10? Like, those, you say that's the top 10 rap beefs in history.
I would say like that's a good lineup, but the order is low key wrong.
Yeah.
I would say I would move some around for
50
sure.
Cent and Ja Rule need to go higher up than 5. I'm being real.
Yeah.
They should be in the top 3.
Cause they shit is nigga personal and business.
That part. And how long it lasted, how much impact it was.
Still going on to this day.
That part.
Even after Irv,
Both sides, nigga. Both sides, Ja Rule talking shit now, nigga.
even after Irv Gotti died, nigga, still.
Man, nigga popping shots, my
Nigga 50 Cent stand on what he
Nigga, hey,
believed in.
50
This is the
Cent
biggest troll in the game, nigga.
And like nigga, he had the rest in peace. He had the tombstone next to him, like smoking on that Gotti tonight, boy.
He don't even smoke.
And he don't even smoke. Nigga, like what? Yeah, that's how you know. Like that beef has to go higher.
It has to go higher.
That
You one of them
gotta go higher.
niggas. If he pop a shot, nigga, you better just act like you ain't see it. Cause nigga, he be having time. He be having time.
You also got Game and G Unit.
Yeah.
That beef should have been,
It's just,
listed on
it needs
there.
to be mentioned on there. I feel like I would have put that one over the Pusha T and Drake one. I feel like that was
Yeah,
cool,
the
but it
Pusha
wasn't
T and Drake
impactful
one
like that. Like we wasn't
What's-
waiting for it
and-
like every moment of it. Like
And
The
then-
only
is
one
Drake
with Drake
is
that-
Drake and Meek Mill on there?
nope,
I wouldn't even put that
They
one
make
on
the
there.
list?
Cause Meek Mill
Yeah,
ain't even
wasn't
put
a-
up a fight.
That part was he didn't put up a good fight.
It was just like how Kendrick did Drake, but Drake did that to Meek Mill. How niggas is playing now.
It's like if Kendrick would have started with Not Like Us.
Yeah, how everybody's
Yeah.
playing Not Like Us. Everybody was playing back to back. everybody was running around saying, "Is this your girl tour or not your girls tour?"
Instead of just going with the knocker, he fought the fight. Let's get the 4 to 616.
At least Drake put up a fight.
Yeah.
Drake put up a fight with Kendrick. Meek Mill did not put up a fight with Drake.
No, he didn't.
At all. At all.
So I see why that one didn't get mentioned.
So I will understand why that one never got mentioned. The only one with Drake with the beef that should have been on there, and that is with him and Kendrick.
I don't think Pusha T and Drake was big enough.
Pusha T, nah, hell
There's other beef that was more impactful than that.
Yeah,
hell nah.
That was like
that nigga Kendrick said, nigga,
undercover shit. Like
Kendrick said, nigga, you better off spinning on that nigga again before you niggas starting to beef with me, nigga. You're better off spinning the block on that nigga Pusha T before starting to beef with me.
Cause I feel like Game and G on this more impactful than that. Cause we was DVDs, we was waiting for like the response.
Stop snitching, stop lying. Like that nigga Game did a whole lot. Nigga had a documentary.
Like Game and 50 not on there?
Nope. As I said, Game and 50. That's
that one. That one's
second album.
Yeah, that one's for sure should be on.
Yeah, 50 should be on there twice.
Yeah.
With 50 and Ja and 50 and
they should have 50 on there once, saying 50 verses with everybody's name after it.
Facts.
That's how it should
50
be.
versus this person, this person,
That
this
person,
person, and that
yeah,
person.
Yeah.
But you feel like I feel like Kendrick and Drake's the only new one that should be on there. Another one that should be an honorable mention is Cannabis and LL Cool J.
Man, and that one was nigga Cannabis just hopped. No, was the one that Cannabis hopped in? No, it wasn't that one.
No, I mean, but if you look at that one really was only, you know what I'm saying, 3 songs. Like, you know what I mean? That was a quick little pow. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that was just a quick little money. He little broke that nigga so fast. That was a blip on the radar. I don't really see that one, cause.
Because he got
my mama,
got so quick. Like
he had his moment when he dropped it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When he, you know what I mean? When Cannabis dropped that shit, you know what I mean?
It had something
the nigga had bars.
L responded and it ended right after that.
Nigga,
when he responded, it was just
Cat
like, okay.
Williams and the Young Guns before that one. Where that nigga, the Young Guns, diss Cat Williams and said fake ass pimp like Money Mike. And then Cat Williams dropped a whole diss on them niggas. Dear Chris and Neefy, I know you can't see me. That nigga said, fuck the Young Guns and both of your fans. That nigga Cat Williams got
a lot of hip hop beats. Like, you even got Chris Brown and Quavo right now.
Man,
yeah, but see, that's
over females. So
but that kind of go on the under. Don't nobody really talk about that. You know what I mean?
After they did their little diss back and forth, after you feel me, the response with Chris Brown, that shit was just like, all right, Chris, you got that motherfucker.
I'm glad they got the juicy Gucci on here though.
And I don't think he want to say too much to Chris, because niggas know Chris will go inside your head, nigga.
Hey, Chuck, I'm gonna take my glasses off when I say this. I'm a big Jeezy fan, man. Rest in peace, my brother L Dog, huge Jeezy fan. But with that verses, and Gucci played that song where he rapped about killing your homeboy.
Yeah, man, but he had to keep it, you know what I mean? He was keeping it, you know what I mean? But nigga would have turned that shit out, bro. Nigga would have turned, bro.
Everybody got to die and go to jail.
But that shit would have turned so up, nigga. You gotta keep your composure, my nigga. That's the bosses at the round table type, you know what I'm saying, situation, my nigga. When the boss at the, nigga can't just get up and start.
That's gonna trick up the streets if you feel for that.
Yeah, he tricked himself out of his position. That shit, he just was supposed to come back with his most, you know what I'm saying? He was supposed to bring that same energy.
But
you feel me? But
at least if you would have played a Gucci diss.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's supposed to come with that energy.
Good.
But as far as like,
I
mean, yeah, he lost the
verses because of that. It wasn't because of the song.
He had him beat.
He had a beat with the songs until that.
He had a beat on the song until that.
And I'm a big person on speak what you preach and be on actually what you preach. You feel me? If you preaching you about that shit, actually be on that shit, bro. You preaching about that shit, be on that shit. I understand the boss table and you got to make your executive decisions. But nigga not doing nothing at all, bro. Not doing a diss back to this.
So you got off on him?
I
No, I'm
would
just
play
playing.
that.
Never mind, nigga. Never mind.
Play that, yeah. Play that, you know what? Fuck that, nigga. This a war now, nigga. Fuck versus. This is a war. Nigga, this the Trojans versus the motherfucking Spartans type shit. Nah, nigga.
Nah, but it's too
Y'all
much
got me
money on the line,
fucked up.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just how, you know what I'm saying?
It is. That's why I understand where he come from.
Just how Jada and Dipset niggas got up there and did they shit, you know what I'm saying?
But still, Jada freestyled and murdered them niggas, bro.
But what I'm saying is, I'm talking about keeping the peace as far as like, you know what I mean?
But he still represented on his behalf, though. Jeezy did not represent on his behalf, and I will be honest, nigga. Play something. A diss toward Gucci, nigga. Play something. Nigga, something, bro. Something, my nigga. You can't, man, bro.
He didn't bring the same energy. He didn't bring the same. He should have called
That's my
audible
thing.
for sure.
That's my
He should have called audible. Like, hold up.
Called audible. Like you got me.
I'm pretty sure he had a line up by the. Hey, yo. We going in the blue 42 around this
I'm
bitch.
not gonna lie. If Lord willing,
we're gonna have to throw on some gangster shit real quick.
Lord willing,
This nigga playing.
if I'm mature enough to do a versus with somebody that actually killed my homeboy that I sent to go do the job, and that nigga couldn't get the job done. It's deeper than that, bro. Jeezy's, bro, it's deeper than that, bro. Like, come on now.
Bad, bro.
He
went back, bro.
He didn't come back, nigga.
Bro, and if Lord willing, if I'm mature enough to do that, to sit next to that person, and then he pulls out the song, and he, at the end of the song, he like, damn. Damn, that nigga in the box. I will be devastated, bro. No, we gotta fight. If we not gonna fight, and if we on that mature big shit, all right, I'm gonna match your energy, nigga. I got diss songs towards you.
Nah, he for sure.
I'm finna play all them motherfuckers, nigga. I'm finna. Just as Cuzzo said, nigga. Hey,
he for sure supposed to turn it
up. Yamaha. I'm calling the audible on that motherfucker.
You got an audible.
That's the only thing that disappointed me with
around. This
Jeezy,
nigga
man.
with that bullshit.
That's the only thing that disappointed me with Jeezy, man. That nigga, I'm a huge...
My ego couldn't let you just...
die.
My ego won't let you just talk to me like that.
I'm not finna let you do that, bro.
I mean...
As a man, I understand. I would have been like, hey, bro, cut these cameras real quick or something, nigga. Nah, bro. I would have to get at that nigga. I wouldn't been able to just sit there and be like, yeah, that's cool. That's cool, but we've been doing this shit since, man, fuck all that, bro. Nah.
Next topic.
Nah.
So how y'all feel about this nigga Stallion? New evidence coming out in this case.
Y'all was better off staying on that topic because I've got a lot to say on this one.
Oh, man. I mean, I'm going to keep it 100.
First of all, free Tory.
Of course, free to God.
Free Tory.
Of course, free to God.
Statistics and logistics point to him being innocent. Fuck what everybody else is saying. Fuck with all the blogs and all that shit, man. Free Tory. Just wanted to get that out the way. I know everybody agree here. Free Tory. What's everybody's opinion on that motherfucker?
Free Tory, bro. We knew from the beginning that he didn't shoot. It didn't make sense, bro. You come from any kind of street shit back, you know. I'm about to get up out of here, get my lawyer. I'm not about to stay around if I shot you. If it was on an accident. I'm out of here. I gotta get my lawyer. We gotta figure this out.
People.
Like, this is how they played it. You knew, like, did she even know it took her like a week later to say he shot her? Come on. She would have freaked out. This is a female. She would have really got shot by her. She would have freaked out. She the police and ambulance guys that should have been telling. It's Tory Lane shot me. Oh, he shot. There's blood everywhere. She was freaking out.
I mean, word was already on the curb, you know what I'm saying? Kelsey shot him, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody that was in the know already know.
Right.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying, this nigga Wackman hollering that shit loud enough.
But my thing is how this nigga still in jail when the fingerprints on the gun didn't equal him. None of the logistics or anything equal to Tory.
Yeah, because
But that
nigga, they play dirty. My nigga, come on.
Gunpowder.
Because he grabbed the gun after she
But
fired.
guess
Like,
what?
he was tripping, like,
Guess what? I'm in the passenger seat. I'm in the driver's seat. Somebody else in the passenger seat. I'm letting off shots. Nigga, the passenger can still get the motherfucking gunpowder on them.
They will. Guarantee
They will test positive for that gunpowder still.
Guarantee.
So this still fucked up. Like, goddamn. Like, nigga, nothing else pointed to this nigga. The fingerprints alone. If the fingerprints pointed to everybody else, if it was anybody else fingerprints on that, but Tory Lanez, he should have been acquitted of that. Or everybody else who fingerprints was on that gun should have actually went down too. Just because he had gunpowder on him doesn't mean he actually.
And the crazy thing about it, they been no Kelsey nigga. She got immunity.
Because you snitched.
Man, I don't even see why this nigga, you know what I'm saying, protect this bitch like he did, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it 100, man. He should have just came forward like, look, man. And
these bitches was tripping, I tried to just stop it.
What's crazy is, out of all of this, my nigga, I don't even think, you know what I'm saying, it's enough to, you know what I'm saying, get Tory out, which is the most fucked up part of this whole situation.
And like he about to get ran out.
Because
they gotta go back to court.
Because that bitch attorneys denied it.
Even with that, I don't even if I don't think this is enough evidence. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just because the nigga coming back and saying, "Oh, I heard her say." It's like they say, it's hearsay, my nigga. They should have had this nigga on the stand, nigga, in the trial. Where the fuck was you at when the trial was going on?
And it won't stand because it popped up after this nigga got stabbed.
This nigga defense, bro, fumbled the bag in a, you know what I'm saying, in a big way, my nigga.
Huge way.
I'm gonna keep it 100, bro. You really gotta blame them because they made so many mistakes in the trial. First of all, how the prosecution out here making themselves look dumb and you still can't get this nigga off.
That part.
Shout out Young Thug lawyers.
You know what I mean?
Shout out ASAP Rocky lawyers.
Shout out ASAP Rocky lawyers too.
Hey, you see that's why Diddy went and got that nigga?
Hell yeah.
Hey, on my mama, they trying to twist it, you know what I'm saying? Talking about the lawyers left the nigga Diddy. That nigga Diddy seen what happened with Thug and them. That nigga fired. Hey, get your ass up.
Somebody that's gonna fight.
Hey. I see you over there. You over there, y'all talking about my boy know how to get in there and go 12. You feel me?
100 million.
My boy know how to get in there and go 12. Come on over here, man.
No deal. We fight again.
How much Thug pay you?
Oh, double that. That narrative like it's another thing, but the behind the scenes be way different.
Way different.
They love to paint that stupid shit.
So with the Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez situation, man, as you know, pray for both sides, man. That's the best you can do, man. If you picking a side, you know, free Tory, you can obviously see that man is innocent. But if you miraculously just saying, you know, I'm still sticking with Meg, female power, I hope your wig fall off and your nigga cheat on you. But anyway, that's a whole different type of story. But at the same time, you have to be vigorous about this shit. When the evidence was out and Tory and the shit was pouring to Tory, niggas was like, nigga, fuck this nigga Tory Lanez, man, all that shit. But you gotta hear both sides of the both story, nigga. Now all this shit popping up, this nigga getting stabbed up in the motherfucking prison and he innocent. Nigga, that's the worst thing somebody can go through, bro. Free Tory, we gonna pray for both sides on behalf of Hip Hop Raised Me. But at the same time, we not finna be biased, man. We finna see the actual facts on this situation. Nigga, we finna tell motherfuckers when they wrong. We finna see the positives of the situation and the negatives. We not finna be one-sided on this motherfucker. We obviously see that this man is innocent. We honestly see that no forensics point towards Tory. We obviously see Meg Thee Stallion is a bigger person to actually point and put out there, so that's why everybody's going on her side. But free Tory, pray for both sides. Hopefully the best of both parties come out with the situation, man. That's all we gonna say on behalf of that.
Free Tory Lanez.
We rolling.
Alright, so now we got the new Snoop album. You actually did some shit on there. How y'all feel about that?
He should have been did that.
Actually, the second time he dissed him, he had a song called Pimp Slap on one of his albums back in, like, I want to say 2002.
Yeah, I for sure wasn't on that. I for sure wasn't on that.
This is a better version. I can say that now.
Yeah, I would say
now. The song he dissed him on there is actually a banger.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, man, Uncle Snoop did that, man.
That
He
nigga
came
said,
on
what he say? He said, I know you. He said, I understand why you mad. I bought everything. He said, I bought everything you had. Now
Hey,
you won't.
PC'd up, snitching on the phone.
No, I said, yeah. He said, I know you mad. I bought everything you own. Now you PC'd up, snitching on the phone. Gas that nigga.
I mean, hey man, that's Uncle Snoop talking that shit, man. You know what I mean? When you done put in the work, you know what I mean? You done put in the sweat equity.
What if that? What if that nigga respond from a jail dish?
He is.
I mean,
He been talking shit.
I was gonna say he gonna respond, but he gonna respond in his way because he can't rap, so he gonna
respond in interviews
in his podcast, and you know what I'm saying.
Think about it, Suge's been saying shit about Snoop since he's been in jail on his podcast. This is Snoop's first time responding low key. Like Suge been saying like, Snoop this and saying like anger shit about Snoop on this podcast.
Yeah,
so that's a Snoop finally responding. But he did it in a way. At least he did it.
Well, he smashed it. I mean, he smashed it. It ain't shit a nigga can say, nigga. It's like, it's almost like you saying, nigga, it's the nigga, fuck that. That's way worse, nigga, than the nigga telling you I took your bitch, nigga. Damn. Nigga, I took everything you want, nigga. I took your business, nigga, and nigga.
You PC'd up, nigga, sitting on the phone.
Yeah, man.
You're not even going out with dick, nigga.
Like a suck.
Real definition of taking your spot, nigga. Nigga, when the nigga say I'm coming for your spot, nigga. Like,
since we're on that topic, let's go ahead and get into that Snoop album, man. So I did the hip hop review earlier, actually last night on it. I'm gonna go through it, let everybody comment since we went through some tracks while we was on the break.
Yeah.
So,
I fuck with it.
At replayability, I did put it 5 out of 10 because I feel like it's cool right now. I'm glad hearing Snoop back in his pocket, but I know for sure it's not gonna be an album I go to, like in my go-to.
Replayability, what you give it?
On a replayability, I give it a 6.5, man.
Me personally,
6.5 because I'm gonna keep it 100. It's a couple bangers that, and that's me personally because I got, you know what I'm saying, I got memories of, you know what I'm saying, playing his old, you know what I'm saying, music, and you know what I'm saying, because I grew up to his music, you know what I mean. I was, you know what I mean, really outside to his music, so you know what I mean, some of them songs bring back a type of feeling for me. So for me, I'm gonna give it a 6.5 because you know what I'm saying. It's not, it's, you know what I mean, it's like, you know what I mean, if I'm riding on my way to the beach or something, you know what I'm saying, it's a couple of them little joints I'm gonna throw on, you know what I'm saying, or if I'm just feeling nostalgic, you know what I mean, a couple of them joints I'm gonna throw on, you know what I mean, so I'm gonna give it a solid 6.5, you know what I mean. Got some good beats, you know what I'm saying, got some good melodies.
I would give it a 5 for every song that I would replay. It's 21 songs on that motherfucker, so I would replay at least 5 of them motherfuckers. So I'm giving it a point per.
That's kind of how I feel. Like, there's some good songs on there. Like,
but there's some songs that's just like, alright. I see what you was trying to do, but you reaching at this point.
I feel like overall album is not an album I'm just gonna go to it. Like,
yeah, so that's why I give it a like I finna play that new Snoop again.
Yeah, like
replay it.
Like J2 drop, I went back. I had to get I was actually going back.
With this one, I will replay it, but it won't be like shit. I will replay those songs. So,
but see, I think too. I think as we start to play it, I think it's gonna get a better replayability because you know what I'm saying. It's kind of, you know what I'm saying, our first or second time running through it. I think it's gonna build up, you know what I'm saying, to be better than what we think. Cause you know what I'm saying. It was some of them when it hit, they hit hard. You know what I'm saying. It's just, you know what I'm saying. We went through a couple that wasn't so hitting. You know what I mean? And I guess it took a little shine off of the ones that did. And then the project it's a lot of songs on the project, so it's like when you weeding through them, you know what I'm saying, the ones that hit, they hit hard.
Like bro said, if it had like at least 14,
I believe if he would have took them best ones and maybe cut it down to about a 14, 15 song, you know what I mean, project. But he got some slappers on there though. He got some slappers. Yeah. So
he got way higher playability than Will Smith shit. I'll be honest with that. Who?
Alright, next category, beat selection. Me, I gave it an 8 out of 10 because the beat slapped. Like, it's slapping West Coast quality. I ain't gonna go super high because it's nothing new. Like, it gave us a feeling of Doggy Style, gave us a feeling of Rhythm and Gangster, but it wasn't like he had an amazing track by Pharrell or Timbaland like when we first heard Drop it like it's hot. That would be like a 10. You get what I'm saying?
Me personally, I'll give it a 7 because there are some beats on that motherfucker that it's beat selection. So that means even if the beat is slapping, if he rapped on that motherfucker awkward, it's still, deducting points of it. But that one he had with Sexy Red, you could tell he had to try to get in his bag with that one, and it wasn't that.
You can tell that verse had it forced.
But there was some tracks on that motherfucker where
he still floated. Like he still floated on those beats.
On that one, I'll say that there were some tracks on there where the beat was actually boo boo, and there was some tracks on there where he didn't actually was able to get off on those beats. So I would.
Let's just say some of them beats sound like he did some favor. He may did a favor or two. You know what I mean?
Thank you. All right.
He may did a favor or two. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
like, this is one of my folks' beats. We're going to slide it in there. You know what I mean?
6, man.
You gotta give
personally, I'll get that one to 6.
You got to give you respect for that.
He's so crack.
Me personally, I'm going to give it a 7.5. You know what I'm saying?
This nigga with the 0.8s and the 6.9.
Because, I mean, because an 8 is kind of high. And a 7, I feel like it's just a little too low. You feel me?
I could get to 7.5.
I mean,
because I can't go no lower than that because
because I'm gonna keep it 100.
Like the beat selection, it's good beat selection and the quality of the beats.
Because the ones that slap on my mama, the one he got some slappers on that motherfucker. Don't get it fucked up. OG did his motherfucking thing with the ones that he did. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, the one with Russell. That motherfucker come on, instantly it's a hit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Even when that sample
like
selection
that got replay, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Like
he got some slappers on that motherfucker.
That's why I mark it at a 6 and no lower than a 6.
But that's why I say 7.5 because somebody say it's some good damn production on there. It's a couple of them that kind of go out there, but you know what I'm saying? As far as a total
even
project,
the ones that go out there, I feel like it's just personal taste, but they're still quality.
It's still good production. It's just a different direction. You know what I'm saying? But as far as and that's just because that's just not a direction I want to go in.
We can't say that because that means if anybody else do that shit and it sounds whack, then that means it's not whack. They're just going in a different direction.
Even like the slow song, the beat wasn't whack.
No, there were some ones on there where that shit was trash.
Slow one.
And we can't say that. He just selected that because he was just trying to go in this certain. That was his personal. That's bias. That's bias.
I might be a little biased. I ain't gonna lie.
If you're trying to make a pop song and you a hip hop head, you're guaranteed not to like the beat.
Did not
chose the pop beat to make a certain song.
I wouldn't even do that beat. So that means he got to get deducted from that beat selection for him selecting and actually doing that beat. He didn't have to do that beat. He had full authority and full authorization.
But if you go in a certain direction with a certain
of the beats that he selected.
Beat selection, you're going to pick a certain type of beat that go that direction.
And the beat that he selected to me wasn't the beat that he should have went in that direction.
Damn, my nigga,
the one with Sexy Red.
Out of 21 songs.
Alright, so do with the beat with Sexy Red, since we're on topic with that. Since
that's the one song out of 21.
Alright, no, with that one. Hold on, but with that one though, did he have authorization to pick that beat?
Yeah, that's one song.
Do you think that he was able? No, not with me.
That was 1 out of 21.
With me, there was a couple.
I'm gonna keep it honest. Out of all of them, out of all the songs that I heard, it was 2 of them that I just didn't want to hear. Out of 21 songs, that is great because it's a lot of songs that. I mean, it's a lot of albums that nigga you put on as soon as you it's a lot of skips, my nigga. If you get 2 skips out of 22,
right? But you can't
songs,
be biased in it and just say the only reason why you skipping it is because he's stepping out his lane.
Nigga, that's a 97% hit, my nigga.
The only reason why y'all skipping that particular track because it was trash. Okay, don't say he was trying to step out his lane.
I'll be real. If I was by myself, I'd listen to it.
This is what I'm saying.
I would. I'm more
out of 21 songs, 2 skips, my nigga. That's a good
So
album.
you saying out of 19 of them songs, you're playing 19 of all them songs. You have 2 skips.
Those are 2 immediate skips, man. That's how.
No. You said 2 skips. So out of all the 21 tracks, you're banging all 19 of them, Cuzzo?
No.
Okay, so don't say it's only 2 skips. It's a couple of skips in that motherfucker. That's just the bias in you trying to actually give Snoop Dogg his flowers. Snoop is a great individual. He's a great artist. There is some songs on that motherfucker that I would bang. but I'm not finna be biased. Nigga, there's some songs on that motherfucker that's ass.
I was being musically open. Like, if any
me being musically open is ass.
A sexual seduction, like, that's not a bad beat for what you're gonna do. Sexual
I would
seduction?
say.
You don't like that type of music, so anything he does.
No, sexual seduction. That was better than the actual what he tried to do.
It became a hit record.
No, even if it wasn't a hit record, me personally, I would listen to sexual seduction.
And that's real. When
that song that kind of had that type of sexual seduction vibe,
everybody was like, "What the fuck is this nigga doing?" Everybody finna listen to them. Niggas was criticizing sexual seduction.
I would listen to sexual
seduction. That
seduction.
motherfucker turned into a classic.
When it first came out, though.
Yeah, when it first came out, I was like, what the f is
the one that sounds
like, Snoop, what is he doing?
That sounds like sexual seduction on that one, I would not listen to. I would listen to sexual seduction even if it was an off-brand song.
And down here, nigga, when you turn that shit on in the club, nigga, they go up, nigga. And that's sexual seduction. That's
so
not
it's just
song.
not me that like the song then. It's a variety of motherfuckers that actually would listen to that song. But I guarantee you, it's not a variety of motherfuckers that would listen to that one that actually sounds or have that vibe of sexual seduction.
So the next category was lyrics.
As far as lyrics, man,
I scored a 6.
But
at the same time, he didn't need to be lyrical. It's Snoop.
I gave him a 7 because he went back to. When was the last time you heard Snoop rap like that?
I compromise with you.
Blue carpet treatment, man.
I'll compromise with you. I'll give it a 7. I'll compromise with you. With that one, yeah. He was gassing. He was gassing. And even on the ones with the beat that I don't really fuck with the lyrics, he was gassing on that motherfucker. He was spitting the real. He was actually spitting about like the shit that motherfuckers is going through that's relatable. So with the lyrics, I'll give it a 7.
You know what I'm saying? I'm coming through. I'm going to give him an 8 for the lyrics, you know what I'm saying? For the simple fact that he came with the upgraded Snoop, you feel me? He didn't give you that old dry, you know what I'm saying? Old school, you know what I'm saying? Trying to hang on to that, you know what I'm saying? He upgraded this shit, you know what I'm saying?
He kept up with the times.
Yeah, my nigga, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know how some niggas will drop their shit and it's like, damn, this nigga still sounds
the same. Stuck in the early 2000s and 90s.
It's like he blended his old style with the new style, and he did it perfectly.
Actually,
like,
why I gave him a 7 because he's actually blended and he kept up and he still was him.
You know what I'm saying?
Like originality and all that was still there.
And Snoop is not known for being a lyricist, so for him to come the way he was coming,
that's why I said he didn't have to be lyrical. He's Snoop.
Most definitely. Uncle Snoop did his shit, man.
The next category was culture impact.
Well, it's too early to tell, but I would give it an 8. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm scoring higher than me. I gave it a 7.
I'll give it an 8 with culture impact because it's actually gonna influence not only the old rapper. I don't even want to call them old. The experienced rappers to actually come back and drop shit and to actually see that it can be done. Like, you feel me? By an example.
I feel like Snoop did it right with this album.
Snoop did it right, so I got to give him 8 on culture impact.
I feel you on that. I have to compromise that 8 because I feel you on that one. I didn't even think about that level. I was thinking about it as a consumer. I didn't think about Snoop's so big, he influenced the industry.
Right.
Nigga, so it's bigger than just us. It's bigger than us.
You making my point. I'm gonna give it a 10 on you know what I'm saying. And honestly, this is what I'm projecting because you know what I'm saying. Like I say, like you say right now,
that's the first 10 on
cultural impact. I think it's gonna be a 10 for the simple fact that Snoop always been you know what I'm saying, a trailblazer, and you already know, like you said, Snoop is the type of nigga that will change shit in the industry, you know what I'm saying? Snoop laid blueprints for shit, you feel me? So I believe, nigga, in some way in the culture, bro, it's gonna be a blueprint laid. Why? And because, you know what I'm saying, like he say, it made, you know what I'm saying, inspire all the, you know what I'm saying, all the OGs to come back and, you know what I'm saying, kind of do the same thing. Too. I'm not exactly sure what or how. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
that's why I said it's kind of too early to tell.
He's doing it on Death Row also with that flow.
And he's doing it on Death Row.
Yeah, if we predicting it, I will predict the culture impact on it will be significant.
I'm going to go with a 10.
Okay, yeah, that one's up there. That culture impact is...
That's something we all agree on. Yeah, that motherfucker's hard.
It has a potential to grow.
And the music is good enough to have that impact. You know what I'm saying? it ain't just him putting out some shit that, you know what I mean? I don't feel like it's gonna be no flop. You feel me? I feel like it's gonna make motion. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the album is gonna have a lot of motion, bro.
All right. The last category was subject matter, and I rated low. I think I might go higher than what I really originally rated because actually us talking about the album and what he's really rapping about is real shit. Rated? Like this is I had it at a 7. I'm thinking about going to an 8 because he's talking about like him dissing Suge like. He really did buy death row. Like, he ain't just talking out his ass. Like, he's talking about making boss moves. Still got good gang politics going on. He's still dealing with all that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I say with that one, I'll score high on it as well. So with the subject matter, he had like different type of subjects on that motherfucker. He was talking about Suge, he was talking about his personal life, he was talking
about his wife.
Yeah,
like,
so he actually came out as like, you feel me, his personal bag. Yeah, he actually made this vulnerable. So I would give it
with style too.
I give it an 8. Yeah, I give it an 8.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it an 8.5. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Perspective is basically how he kind of coming on this, you know what I'm saying? He coming at a more mature perspective, you know what I'm saying? So if you saying, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, the way he coming, you know what I'm saying, is a different perspective because he coming from that older, mature perspective, you know what I'm saying? And he giving you some, basically he giving you some game, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, he doing what Uncle Snoop's supposed to do. You feel me? So if we going on what content, what he's supposed to be talking about,
he like
he doing it. He's doing exactly what he's supposed to do.
This album reminds me like that rich OG homie that left the hood but came back. Mm-hmm. This is that music when he come back.
That showing up. Hey man, it's possible.
Yeah.
Like nigga, get out the streets, get in your bag, get out the streets, into your bag, nigga, then come back whenever the fuck you want to, nigga, cause you got that bag.
That's what he said. It's what him come back with the fuck he wants to on his album. This is him coming back. I can still do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you let niggas know I still got it. Or nigga, matter of fact, not even let niggas know I still got it. I got something on my chest that I need to let off.
I still got shit to say.
I got some shit to say. Nigga, he didn't have to drop no album right now. He did not have to do none of this shit right now.
And that goes perfect to our next topic. So Dejon Paul is calling out OG West Coast rappers for not developing young talent and dropping albums that are not good instead of developing young talent. Like putting on some of the, like the Big Sads or the RJs or the Savvy Thirds. Or if you go to the Bay, like the La Russells. But I kind of think this is more of a SoCal thing because in the Bay, I see
the Bay
working with them niggas like niggas don't even know E40 working with.
Nah, the Bay they fuck with that.
Even you got Too Short when Too Short came out here and you feel me, fuck with Radio Base. You feel me? He signed young, you feel me, artists that's actually doing their shit. But when it comes to like LA old school artists like Ice Cube, Snoop, Snoop, he signed Doggy Style. I'll give him that, but at the same time, Doggy Style is just like Snoop's. So it's more fittable.
I can't even say after hearing this album, I can't even say that.
I'll say his image. I'll say the image.
A part of Snoop's style.
Yeah, I say the image.
Nah, that's like, he old Snoop. You know what I'm saying? Snoop done evolved to some whole different shit. Yeah. Now as for now, the music that Doggy Style put out and the music that he put out is totally different.
But as far as other, you feel me, OG artists that's out there that's actually on, I would agree. They is not putting on like the new school as they should. I agree
too. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know it was, you know what I'm saying?
It's like a lot of gatekeeping going on.
The Young West had to, you know what I'm saying, under Snoop and them nigga had to come out with their own movement to get cracking, you know what I'm saying?
It's like
niggas, Dre wasn't going to go get nobody.
I feel like they did, but the people they put on missed. There wasn't no torch to get passed. You gotta think, Ice Cube did put on Mac.
But none of the niggas that's coming up. None of the niggas that's coming up.
That was his era to put niggas on.
I'm talking about now that he's on the platform that Ice Cube is on now.
None of the young niggas get that co-sign.
I would say the only nigga that actually got
cosign. Think about it. Snoop gave RJ the future. He gave Joe Moses the future. But what are they doing with it?
Man, you know what the cosign is.
You know what I'm saying? Like Snoop actually has.
Joe Moses is actually still, you feel me, doing this shit. But RJ could have been a whole different
That part,
entity that
you know
he
what I'm saying?
is
Bro,
now.
and you know,
Snoop done blessed them like that.
we not talking.
RJ
We talking
got
about
way too
helping,
much
bro.
talent.
We not talking about jump. I mean, a feature is helping, but we talking about like being an executive, nigga. Like Yo
making
Gotti,
sure,
nigga.
like, hey,
like
look, we
people
finna
think
put
you
you on,
as-
yeah.
you know what I'm
That's
saying?
exactly what we need.
As you progress in the game, you know what I'm saying? You supposed to progress in the building
All
too.
right,
You know what I'm
this
saying?
is the
They
thing.
supposed to
Guiding them, like
yeah, nigga. Snoop is like
Who on the
okay.
West
Now
Coast actually has a track record of being a good exec?
that's the problem. But see,
Snoop has
they
done
only-
it, but
they-
there's no success stories.
That's
like,
the problem.
Shit,
Well,
I'm
he
sorry,
said-
badass.
But
I'm
still,
sorry,
like
this
you
side to go.
won't know unless you try.
But he has tried.
after,
But
but
see,
that's
you
that
seen it.
one time.
Ain't
though.
one time.
It's all,
What's
out of all
who
the-
recently?
Snoop
out of-
did different.
yeah, out of-
Jabbalope.
Who?
Snoop did Jabbalope. That was for Snoop.
Out of
He
niggas
crashed
that-
out.
out of
And how
niggas
long
that's
ago
gonna
was
be
that?
popping.
And he crashed out.
But Jabbalope was like 4 years ago though.
Well, how long times he gonna keep trying?
But who's this? Who's
How many
now?
times he gonna keep trying?
Nigga, what do you have to lose?
Money.
Who on the
Put
West
us
that's
on.
popping? Who on the West that's
As
popping
much
right now
money
got a
as he
cosign
get.
from the
Bro.
OGs?
As much money as Snoop getting
Yeah,
right
who on the
now,
West side
bro,
got a
Snoop could still actually, nigga, learn from his losses and find somebody that's actually he won't miss with.
Who on the West got that cosign?
Stop fucking
I mean,
investing
as of
in all
now,
these
they
fucking
starting-
crash outs then. Nigga, obviously
okay,
you
okay,
invested
real.
in the same shit. Nigga, re-strategize your game plan then, nigga.
Or don't do it at all.
No, re-strategize your. I'm not finna keep digging for gold, and just cause I'm not finna reach the goal, cause my game plan ain't working, and I know there's a different game plan to go with.
You're not hearing me.
Nah, I'm finna go with the different game plan and
Alright.
see how
I
that
hear
works
what you're
first
saying.
before
I
I
hear what
end
you're
up
saying.
just
I
stopping
hear what you're
everything.
saying. I'm hearing what you're saying. They done done it with other artists. The other artists that are on the West Coast don't sell outside of California. That's part of the problem. I'm not gonna put all this money to if you can't sell 5,000 in the first week. Cause YG don't sell 5,000 in the first week no more.
I feel
It's a business at the end of the day.
it's not being pushed because
Yeah,
why the
but
fuck
why
the
though? 'Cause
why the
nigga, they ain't
fuck
had that
that's
cosign. If
the that's the
just like
meat and
yo,
potatoes of it.
Like I said, like
Because
yo,
why the
Gotti,
fuck
you know what I'm saying?
why the fuck we hearing
How-
all these
how
East
is-
Coast artists
How is
and
motherfucking
the West Coast artists ain't being heard on the East
What
Coast?
cosign
though?
does the East Coast have right now?
The East Coast got all right.
Biggie's not really
you said
cosigning
Jay-Z.
nobody.
You said Jay.
Jay, okay,
You
that's
got-
it.
the
you got
females
Yeezy.
getting co-signed?
Who?
Yeezy,
He's
Kanye.
not, that's Chicago. That's not the East Coast.
But he's still
That's
co-signing New York niggas though.
In New York, New York.
He's still co-signing
It's not
New
really-
York
it's not
niggas,
really-
even though
who's
he's
really-
from Chicago.
who's
He's
really
still
popping?
co-signing New
All
York.
the-
Everybody from New York really popping.
all the New York rappers is females that's popping right now.
That part,
It's not no
that's
reason.
what
All
I
right,
said.
so
Who's really
compared to the New York artists and the West Coast artists, and I'm not talking underground, I'm talking mainstream.
We got more.
Do y'all think West Coast artists is more popping than the East Coast artists mainstream right now?
Yeah.
Right now, right now,
Nope.
right
You
now.
said males, yeah, but females, nope.
If you thinking about total,
Nope.
I would say
Check
the New
this
York
out. What y'all forgetting to input in regards to the artists? Y'all have a whole lot of other platforms that's going on right now. Y'all
Bro,
got streaming. Hold on, I'm not talking about TV.
It's a lot more artists on the North.
Let him talk real quick.
I'm talking about other platforms that's allowing these East Coast artists to eat. You see Kai Cenat screen. How many West Coast artists you see on Kai
Only one I
Cenat
said was
screen?
Snoop.
Snoop, that's it. But you see, the East Coast artists is not only taking advantage of music, they're taking advantage of every platform.
And we
can't forget.
You're crashing out.
the West-
Thank you. So
West
that actually solidifies my point. The East Coast artist has platforms to where they're going to boost them up. The West Coast artist has platforms to where they're going to snitch on themselves and they're going to bring themselves down. Which brings my point.
That's another
East
problem.
Coast artists is actually doing better due to the fact that we're not helping the West Coast artists
That's
doing
not
what the
even
fuck
what
they're
we
supposed to do.
We talking about OGs putting them on.
They still need to put them on.
Bro, I feel like that's a dead subject because like they got to put the work to get put on. Like there's no free lunch. Like if niggas can't get hot on their own, why is Snoop gonna spend X amount of dollars on you bullshit and go through the crashing out?
All right.
This is
So
my
for
point.
LaRussell, who on the West Coast is actually co-signing and
E40
actually
and Too Short
helping
to co-sign
LaRussell?
them.
I'm saying actually helping LaRussell and co-sign.
Nobody, but
and that's hold on. You said
hold
wait. The two artists you said, where are they from in the West Coast?
Bay, all Bay.
And what did we say when we first started? The Bay artists of the OGs is putting on, But I'm talking about the down. I'm talking about the South, not the LA.
But look at the work. Look, who on the
Southern LA.
Like Russell? Who's working like Russell though?
You got
It's a level of Russell.
You got a
You see how hard Russell's working though?
You have a
Do you really see how hard
handful.
Russell's working?
You
Backyard
have a
performances.
handful.
All day online.
You got not only
rollout after rollout.
just as you mentioned artists
Magic
before
after
that, before even to saying who's working hard. You said there's artists on the West Coast like Big Sad. You got La Russell. You got motherfucking who else? Lil Bean.
Yeah.
You got a whole bunch of artists that's on the West Coast that's actually doing their shit, but they don't have the backup because the OG artist is not actually putting on for the young artists. Name a young artist that an OG without naming the Bay. Southern California, Ice Cubes,
Bro,
NWAs.
Ice Cube been involved with? Last time Ice Cube been involved with music?
Ice Cube don't have to be. When was the last time Snoop was involved with music?
He still is.
But he didn't have to though. But he had something to get on his chest. Ice Cube and Snoop is big enough. They don't have to do music to still put on another artist.
Last year too with Dre.
Ice Cube just performed at the motherfucking nigga.
I believe you.
He just performed when the Dodgers won the motherfucking World Series. Who was there to perform? 90-40, Ice Cube.
But who's getting?
So
where
Ice
does
Cube
get his money from?
Ice
Music
Cube
or film?
But so you just asked when the last time Ice Cube was in music. He's always in music.
But putting niggas on executive seat. In
So that's his fault.
No,
so
that's his choice.
No,
That's his
fault.
That's his choice.
Which is his fault.
That's a
But
choice.
the whole point
his
is,
fault.
he ain't putting nobody
He's not putting nobody on.
I wouldn't put these niggas on. You can't sell
crazy
5,000
as
in the first week. You don't deserve to.
Who did Ice Cube personally do that in?
Chelsea.
No, those artists that those artists that you're naming, bro, is the same age as this nigga.
No, he's not. Ice Cube came in the 80s. He put these niggas on in the early 90s.
I'm talking with nigga. You said the early 90s. What year
There's a
are
lot of
we in?
artists on the West Coast that can be put on, bro. There's a lot of artists out
We're
here.
in 2025.
You have to put your cell phone. We're in 2025. We have resources to put your cell phone.
There's a lot of men
niggas are doing. They're putting their cell phone.
And they're getting pushed.
After they put their cell phone, nobody's getting pulled up from the
that can be
bundle.
helped.
Oh my God.
You gotta put the work in first.
Nigga, none of those Jesus real.
So you're saying personally.
Before we saw the Russell, we saw the Russell.
Hold
putting in that work.
on. So you're saying personally, the only person on the West that is putting on that should be pushed by an OG is La Russell?
No, but we gotta work harder and strategize as artists to get into the level to even get pushed.
So you're saying
work. Who signed him? Yo Gotti. Cause you putting up one.
And Yo Gotti's not from the West.
Who signed him? Travis Scott.
And he's not from the West.
But they put in that work to get noticed by niggas.
No, but that's not the argument. The argument is the OGs putting on niggas from the West. You're solidifying my point.
It take other people to come get on artists and put them on.
Thank you.
Why Snoop didn't go get that nigga? Why Dre didn't go get that nigga? Why Snoop didn't go get that nigga?
Because they're not in those executive seats. They're not putting niggas. Snoop is here.
Why not?
Ice Cube don't want to.
If they wouldn't got him, they would be in the big executive.
I'm making all this money off of filming Big 3. Fuck rap. Fuck these niggas. These niggas is whack half the time anyway.
But at the end of the day, music is what got this nigga Ice Cube on. You can't say fuck rap as Ice Cube.
I ain't say fuck rap, but bro, why am I gonna waste my time on a big set that's a crash out? Why am I gonna time on all these crash outs?
But how many? But time out. How many niggas from the East Coast took a chance on niggas from the West Coast and they not?
And we all learned this shit. That's why they're not doing it no more.
No, I know. Or just as you mentioned. You mentioned, motherfucking what's the name got signed by who? Travis Scott. And where's Travis Scott from?
Texas.
Alright, so who else? You said who put on Yo Gotti put on who? Mozzie. Two niggas from the West Coast getting put on by niggas that's not from the West.
How big was Mozzie before Yo Gotti put him on though?
Mozzie was big, bro. Mozzie was getting played everywhere.
Put in the work.
Okay.
He was
Okay, wait, time out.
Nigga not Big Sad.
Time out.
Not bigger than Big Sad.
Time out.
That much bigger than Big Sad. When he first signed to Yo Gotti.
He just signed Yo Gotti 2-3 years ago.
Time out.
He just signed Yo
Solidifying
Gotti.
our argument.
He
Hold
just
on.
signed Yo Gotti a couple years ago.
Wait. So you saying Mozzie was that big? Mozzie put in that work.
Yes.
So why didn't nobody on the West Coast put in them?
Bro, who's in the executive seat but Dre? Still signing artists.
So
Dre,
if they wanted to, bro. If they wanted to, they can go get this nigga and say,
Alright.
okay, we finna get this deal done.
Alright, bro.
Just as you said, hold on. Just as you said, Ice Cube. Just as you said, Ice Cube put it on the West Coast Connection, nigga.
Yeah.
That shit was in the 90s, bro.
Yeah.
So that was one time that you actually tried to put somebody on and you failed.
More niggas that
When was it? Give me somebody in the 2000s where Ice Cube tried to put on.
He was done already. He's doing films. He don't worry
So
about
you
that
can't
no more.
know
So
because you're still doing music
Why is that
though,
his
bro.
problem?
You're still so you saying Ice Cube never dropped music
I think
from 2000. Okay, so you're still
and he
in the
put his sons on
music.
his album.
No, so why did you put nobody else on instead of dropping albums?
I think to
Why
wrap it
does
up,
he
bro,
have
the
to?
point
They
is
gotta
made.
put that work
The
in,
point is
bro.
made,
They're
nigga.
looking for a
Niggas
handout.
put in that work, so
Bro,
that's why
they're
niggas
not.
from the East
They're
Coast
not, bro.
came.
They're not.
We just named 2 niggas from the West Coast
We
that put
did.
in work.
And they got picked up by them niggas.
Okay, so why didn't niggas from the West pick them up?
Because they didn't
then?
want them. I don't know.
The point is made.
Bro, like,
the West Coast niggas
we
don't
gotta
put
do
the
more.
young
That's
The
two
West,
niggas.
no,
We should be
we
saying
can't,
10 niggas,
we
not
can't
two.
say, we
The
can't
point is,
say,
you
we don't put in enough work.
Hold on. You're arguing why they don't put them on. The thing is
I
that
know
they
why.
don't.
I
The
know
thing is
why,
that-
bro.
Okay, but
you gotta
what
worry
I'm
about
saying-
politics
listen,
behind
listen
it.
to me.
You on the West Coast, you got
Our whole argument is that they don't, though. That's our whole argument is that
But
they
they
don't.
have.
We're not asking
But
why.
they have.
They just don't.
Bro,
Terrible
They just don't.
business
look,
decision.
no niggas Snoop done put on this whole
Okay, we can see why. We understand the nuances of the game.
Okay, so,
but,
all right.
but they did.
All right, so hold on.
I can't even
They
say
did.
that.
Hold
What
on,
are you talking about?
hold on.
I'm talking.
Let's go Snoop. All right, so let's talk
Let me
Snoop.
talk Snoop. Let me talk.
Who?
Let's
Wait,
talk.
who is the
Let's
most?
talk.
Who's the most recent person that Snoop put on?
Jabbalo, that was the last one.
No, Doggy Style.
Doggy
And
Style.
right now, Doggy Style has an emote on motherfucking what's the name? On the game. And he's getting cashed out.
That's a
So
West
that's
Coast.
a West Coast person that put a West Coast
That's
person
good.
on. So you cannot say we don't put in the work.
That's what Deja. We don't. Doggy Style did put in the work though. We see them grow.
So you just named 3 artists out of you saying nobody put in the
that's out
work.
here though. California's one of the
You
biggest.
can't say nobody put in the work. We just don't get the recognition to say that we don't.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Just because they invest in crash outs, bro, does not mean we don't put in the work.
That's bullshit, but we're not working hard. I'm telling you right now, compared to the South and the Midwest, we're not working hard enough.
Then why they coming over here taking art artists then?
Because they're getting the cream of the crop, but them niggas over there grinding.
No, because we're putting in the work
Bro,
over here. We're just not
bro.
getting the recognition for
We're
it.
getting
nigga.
recognition. We're not putting.
We are not.
Look how
we are
many
not.
failed artists right
Then
now.
why?
in the
Then
last
why?
2 years.
All right. So explain why.
We gotta work harder.
Explain why. Wally the Sensei. That is the most wilding signing I have ever witnessed in my whole entire
The
life.
artist, no, because he has a lot of
No,
talent, bro.
it is.
He has a
It
lot of
is.
talent.
Travis Scott.
Bro, listen to a lot of his songs. You probably don't like him, what this is say. He has that rock star sound on his album.
I fuck with Wally.
I know you do,
Wally
but that's
sound,
all
I fuck with Wally.
But
But
he has that rock star sound on a lot of shit.
Travis Scott is the last nigga I thought was finna sign this nigga. And everybody in this motherfucking room can agree with that.
I didn't see it.
Travis
coming.
Scott,
I didn't see it
thank
coming.
you.
But I see how it
So
work. But I see how it work.
that's solidifying my story, nigga. That nigga Wally the Sensei has the same and is in the same lane as a lot of the same OG West Coast artists.
They not in the same lane. Well, it's just they got a whole other sound than a lot of niggas on the West Coast got. Him and O3 Group probably got the most
So the
common
subject,
sound. Not
matter.
you said sound.
Sound and so the sound
said
comes
sound.
with the subject matter though.
Him and O3 Group got the most.
The sound
classic sound on the West
includes
Coast.
subject matter though.
Yeah, it's part of it, but not.
So with the subject matter,
it's not just subject. When you
it's
sign
still-
somebody, you don't sign just for the subject matter. Come on, let's be real.
You sound with the
Now you're
sound
trying to
and
be
the
right. Now
subject
you're trying to
matter.
force something to
You
be
sound
right.
with the sound
Go
and the
ahead,
subject
man.
matter,
Go ahead,
right?
hear yourself talk.
So,
Go hear yourself talk.
wait, no, it's not hearing myself
Hear
talk. It's
yourself
hearing
talk.
myself explain the truth and not being biased.
I ain't been able to
And
talk
actually
yet. I
not
ain't been
being
able to say-
old and not saying the West Coast Connection is the last niggas that Ice Cube put on,
That is.
which is the same age as that nigga was put on to.
Bro, it's
You can't say that
you
shit.
not even let me talk.
That
If you
was
let me
in
talk,
what?
you'll learn something.
1990.
Bro, if you let me talk, you'll learn
Oh, go
something.
ahead, go ahead.
All right. Snoop, let's start with Snoop. Snoop been put on niggas his whole career.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Who?
Let me talk. I'm about to break it down from the beginning.
Break it down.
Came to Death Row. Who bought Daz over there? Snoop. Who bought Trade E? Badass. Goldilocks. Snoop. Lady of Rage. Snoop. Leave the Eastsiders. Goes to No Limit. Signs other niggas from Long Beach that failed. E. White. Signed Sugar when DJ Quick was done Sugar Free. Who's got Sugar Free's career back going? Snoop did.
So man,
I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet.
Hold on,
Let
man,
me
I
finish.
interview.
No, let me finish. Stop going over with the damn clock on this one.
Watch this.
Let's go. No, let me finish first.
ahead,
Let
go
me
ahead.
finish first.
Go ahead.
Then after he leaves No Limits, still puts niggas on the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Helped Game's career.
Mm-hmm.
Co-signed Game when he came out the West.
Mm-hmm.
Co-signed Bishop Lamont when he came out. He listened to the mixtape. Co-signed every artist. Most of the West Coast came out the West Coast. He co-signed.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, all of them. They was all the stuff. How many people failed out of all the people I named?
But how many of those
And
succeeded? All those people that you named had successful careers.
Not all of them, bro.
All those people that you named had successful careers, bro.
No, they
You
don't.
said Dash, corrupt, successful careers, bro,
I
on
didn't
the
say
West
corrupt.
Coast. Bro, you said
I
Dash.
said Dash. I didn't say
You,
corrupt because Snoop didn't bring
you
corrupt.
said, all right, so you said corrupt.
I
Okay,
didn't say
corrupt.
corrupt. I said Dash.
So all right, so you just
I
mixed
said
it up.
Dash,
So
not
Dash,
corrupt.
all right, so Dash. So do you think Dash had a successful career?
Anymore? No. Dash had a good
No,
run.
I'm not talking about anymore. I'm talking about, do you think Dash
Okay.
had a successful career?
No. Can you name a Dash on the top of
No,
your
okay.
head?
Yes.
What song for Dash on top of your head?
Calling out name. Oh, no, it's
That's
corrupt.
corrupt.
Whatever.
So my point is that.
But I'm not a
no,
West Coast
come on,
nigga.
my
But
point is
anyway,
exactly.
name somebody else that Snoop put on.
Badass. Name a song about Badass.
I don't even, nigga, you're
That
naming
point exactly.
old people, bro. I have no idea. But just as you just said, nigga.
E. White.
Bro, you're naming crash outs on purpose. Name somebody successful.
Sugar, he helped shape.
You said Sugar Free. You said you helped Sugar Free.
Second time around for DJ Quick with a bar. Second time around, he helped him when DJ Quick was done with him.
I would say Sugar Free had a successful career.
After when working with Snoop or before Snoop?
All right, so what time was it before Snoop? Because I don't know.
In the
what
2000s.
time was it before Snoop?
That's after them done with DJ Quick. No more working with DJ Quick. This in the 2000s. That's after he had the hit
So
album.
you can't even say that he tried to help him because he was already on. You can't try to help. We're talking about putting
If
somebody
I sign
on.
you back to a deal after you drop, that's helping you, right?
No, we're not talking. We're talking about putting somebody on the West Coast on, not
All right.
somebody
Then
that's
he-
on
then-
that fell off
then-
and put it back
then
on.
in the what, 2015, 16, he does the Long Beach Finest album. Puts all the new Long Beach artists on. That's how he got Jabba. So he gave everybody in Long Beach opportunity. Did a male, did an all around, and did a female one.
Mm-hmm.
So how is that not helping?
Okay, so.
Jabba is the cream of the crop.
So-
I'm not done yet.
Okay.
Jabba the cream of the crop of that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he crashes out.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I going to keep doing? I got to go keep
But
other
guess
things.
what? But guess what?
My career, my kids.
You're saying why is he going to keep going? But he did.
Yeah.
He did, and it was successful. So you can't say just because people crashed out before doesn't mean you're going to keep
How
doing it
successful,
because
bro?
he did.
How
Bro,
successful?
he has an emote on the biggest game in the world right now.
Doggy Style did it. That's
Yes,
Doggy
he
Style.
does. Doggy Style, and he put.
Okay.
And who put Doggy Style on? Who is Doggy Style signed to?
Snoop.
Okay.
That's one artist out of how many artists
No,
on the West
no,
Coast?
that's the most recent one, right? Your argument was.
Nah, can I talk about getting cut off? You cut me the fuck off 10 times. How many artists in Atlanta is getting on compared to California? How many artists
Why
in
you
Detroit is
bringing
getting
that
on
up?
compared to California?
What is that got
How
to
many
do with
artists
anything?
in Memphis is getting on compared to California?
What is that
That's
got to
the
do with
difference.
anything? We're not talking
That's
about
the difference, though. That's the difference.
We're talking
That's
about
on. That's on.
What we are talking about is why
OG
no
niggas?
OG niggas don't
And we're
put
saying
on
Snoop
art.
did put
Hold
somebody
on.
on. Okay, so
Hold on.
Jay John Paul was wrong
Artists
there.
for the West Coast. That's what we're saying. My
Yeah.
argument is the OGs do not put on artists from the West Coast. I don't give a fuck why they do it. Yes, the West Coast can be crash outs. I don't give a fuck why they do it, but they don't do it. And you can't say just because the West Coast is crash outs and they did it before, that's the reason why they don't do it. Because Snoop still, after Jabba and all them crash outs, he still had what's the name? Doggy Style. And Doggy
How
Style.
many people that should have went though? That's what I'm saying.
That does not.
Yes, it does
that
matter.
does not
That's the thing,
matter,
because
bro.
one person is not going to change today. When Atlanta's putting 10 people on at one point,
It doesn't matter
Detroit,
what it
Memphis,
doesn't matter
Chicago.
what it doesn't matter what the
Come
argument
on, bro.
that we are arguing. What we're discussing
that
is
does come to the point of arguing, because if they're putting at a faster rate and more, then we're behind. So we're
if
not
you're-
putting enough
no,
for them.
But what you're saying,
If you're putting Snoop on
said
somebody every 10 years, what's that going to do?
you said the only reason why they don't put people on is because they crash out. Right?
We're going to argue till you right or what?
No, not at all.
Go ahead.
I'm
Go
just
down
clearing
with
in
it,
my
bro. Go
I'm just
ahead.
clearing
If
in
you
my
talking,
point.
if you talking at this point.
I'm clearing my
Y'all
point.
niggas crazy.
Everybody
Let's get to
know
the
my
next question,
point.
man. Y'all niggas
Yeah,
already
we
know
good.
that.
West Coast artists do not put on a new school West Coast artists.
Y'all niggas got
That's
that
my
shit.
opinion.
When's the last
Man,
time?
y'all put it in the comments.
Everybody
y'all
else
let us
can have
know
their opinion
if the
in
West Coast
regards to
OGs
it.
is putting on the
West
West Coast
OGs is
YGs.
not putting on the
Put
West
it in the
Coast
comments
YGs.
if you think so. If you think
DJ Quick
not.
did a problem. This did the album a problem. 2 albums a problem. And what is problem done with that?
And do you think Problem is a OG?
Come on, man.
They
At
know
this
OG.
point, Problem is an OG at this point, bro.
Bro.
Problem is an OG
He's
at
a
this
nigga
point,
that
bro.
failed, bro.
Problem is an
They didn't
OG.
make it outside of California.
He is an OG
He's a
at
nigga
this
that failed
point,
and didn't make it outside of
And he
California.
failed when? How long ago?
Well, I don't know.
2010s, nigga. We're in 2025, bro. We're 15
You acting like
past
you young, bro. You 2 years younger than me.
Well, it don't show that, nigga.
Yeah.
Shit, it's like you born in 1984.
No, I know what the fuck was going on my whole life.
No,
nigga.
because it's still, it's not that you stuck in that old school past,
I
nigga.
know all this shit.
It's still some new school shit that's going on that you still have to take into
I
consideration.
do take consideration.
Yes, I do agree with you
We're not
when it
moving
comes
at
to
a
the
lot of
old
fast
school.
rate.
Yes, old school. Yeah, they have better opportunities because now in this day and age,
My thing is this.
it's different.
Okay, you
feel
got
me?
a few
I
niggas
agree
getting on
with
by
that.
OG niggas, right? From the mass compared to what Atlanta got going on, Memphis, Detroit, Chicago. We're not getting on fast enough to OG niggas or by ourselves. So we gotta hustle harder. That's my end of the. That's my.
All right, so if you, as an executive right
Yeah.
now, if you were on, you wouldn't put there would be no artist from the West Coast that you
I'll
would
start some West
invest
Coast
in.
artists. I'll invest in, but I'll be smart about it.
Okay, so
I'll be smart, but it's like this. We'll be smart about it.
I get what you're saying.
But they're complaining. Everybody's complaining. Because my thing is this: Deja Park is complaining. They need to stop what they're doing. So he wants Ice Cube to stop making millions of dollars doing basketball.
Now with that, no.
That's the argument. All right, that brings us into this week of this episode of Hip Hop Recipe Podcast. We out.